She's, yeah, okay, yeah. So there is something to be told about Sri Shuka Bhagavan. The very fact that all the rishis were there on the banks of the Ganges when Parikshit went. And when Sri Shuka came, all of them got up. All much more senior rishis. Shuka Bhagavan was only 16-year-old. Why is that? He was in the mother's womb for about 12 years. He didn't come out. Vyasa said, come out. He said, no, Maya will catch me. Vyasa said, no, I give you my blessing, it won't catch you. So he was born, and after some time, he started running away from home. Vyasa chased him, and he was calling Shuka, 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 and all that. He didn't reply. And for Vyasa, all the trees replied. The reason is, he is in the Sarvatma Bhava. He is in the Sarvatma Bhava. That is one small anecdote about Shuka Bhagavan. Second thing is more interesting. As he was going like this, Vyasa was chasing. There were some ladies taking bath in the pond. When they saw Vyasa, they tried to cover. Earlier, Shuka Bhagavan went, they didn't cover. Vyasa said, what is this funny thing? My son is 16-year-old. I am 100 plus. And he was naked. I am dressed. And when he went, you didn't cover. When I am going, you are covering. What is this strange thing? For that, they answered, your son doesn't know even the difference between man and woman. You may be 100 years, you may be a great sage, but you still have this difference. Therefore, that makes us feel shy. That makes us feel shy. That is the greatness of our Shuka Bhagavan. Društva anuyantam rishim atmajam api anagnam devyo hriya paridaduhu na sutasya chitram tadvichya pruchati munu jagadustava asti stri pumbhida natu sutasya vivikta drushti. Vyasa Bhagavan has this, man-woman consciousness. But Shuka Bhagavan doesn't have even that. That is what the reply they give. That is the greatness of Shuka Bhagavan. And then, yesterday we saw how this works. The words go into your heart. And because they are about God, naturally the unholy thoughts come out. Naturally, the unholy thoughts come out. Even when you go to some marriages or parties, when Uma goes, Aishu goes, many of them get away. Sami or Samyar vanditaga, Chimya Mishanam. Right? They will go away. So, when these divine thoughts enter into your mind, all other thoughts exit. Not only that, what is a thought? Consciousness reflected in an object assumes, or the object is animated, it gets sentiency, and that object assumes an individuality, and that object thinks, I am an individual different from the consciousness. And that is how the mind is formed. Gurudev beautifully says that consciousness plus object is mine. And now that is how, our our mind is all agitated, because all the time we are associated with one object or not. And therefore we are agitated. Now, if these agitations are removed, you are only consciousness. How do you remove these agitations? You cannot do that mechanically. You have to do it through substitution. Bring divine thoughts and they will exist. How does that happen? It says, Bhagavata says, Vishaya dhyayata chittam, Vishayeshu upasajjate. Mam dhyayata chittam, mayyeva praviliyate. The mind that thinks, contemplates on objects, it gets attached to the objects. The mind that contemplates, thinks about me, merges in me. Mayyeva praviliyate. And how to do that? There is a lovely verse. There are no two things. That's Advaita. There is only one thing. If you see the truth, it's God. If you don't see, it appears in many forms. If you see God, it is only one. If you don't see, it assumes many forms. This is a beautiful Sanskrit verse. Agnesya vignasya cha vishwamasti purvasya drishyam jagadeva satyam parasya drishyashrayam bhutam ekam satyam prapurnam pravivatya rupam. See, the same word for an Ajnani, Jagat only is reality. When he sees the Jagat, the names and forms alone are reality. It's the same thing. But a Jnani sees in that the non-dual truth, Satyam, complete thing. And for him, the very Jagat is God. The very Jagat is God. This is a very simple thing that has to be practiced. Please contemplate on what I am going to say. We are told, detach and attach and all that. That sloka will come today. My favorite. Lalita will laugh when I come to that. Today it's coming anyway. Right? So, detach, attach and all that, it's told to us. But this detachment is not so easy. When you think of something greater, the lower automatically leaves. My favorite example is when you were busy in arranging your daughter's wedding or son's wedding, you go to the kitchen, stamp on a knife, it gets cut and blood oozes out. You immediately do some first aid, ready for action. Everybody comes out, what is that? That's nothing. Because your mind is in pleasing the guests. You have a greater thing. This is nothing at that time. Normally at home, even a small pinpricks, I don't know, people are careless. I don't know why it only happens to me. All that you curse everybody. That's because when you have something greater and higher, lower things will not matter at all. So therefore, if you think about God, see God in all. Detachment is spontaneous. Why struggle, detach and attach? See God in all. It's easier than practice detachment, concentration. Why? All struggle. Whatever you see God. Just now, Aishu sang, बुरे भी राम हैं, अच्छे भी राम हैं, मरना भी राम है, जीना भी राम है, सुख में भी राम है, दुख में भी राम है. Just now, Aishu sang. That's all you have to practice. सुख में भी राम है, दुख में भी राम है, नाम में भी राम है, बदनाम में भी राम है. Ram hi Ram. Okay. So that's what it means. And that's how the whole technique of Bhagavata works. Now, we have almost done the question answers. And in the first skanda, there are two small but beautiful episodes. One is when Bhagavan saves Parikshit from the womb, in the womb, himself entering when Ashwatthama sent the Brahmastra. After that, Kunti praises Bhagavan, and it's a lovely thing. We are going to see that. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namah Pankajanabhaya Pankajamalini Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye Vipadas Santu Nasheshva Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yasyad Apunarthava Darshanam. Krishna Bhagavan, give me now and then adversities, because in comfort and pleasant things we do not tune to you that committedly, that seriously, that intensely, even though we are devotees. Even though we are devotees, the intensity of tuning is not that much in Sukha. We are carried away by Maya. In Dukkha, our intensity of tuning to you is so complete, and we feel your presence. And when you feel your presence, what happens? The need to again and again come to this body and suffer, apunarbhava darshanam, that vanishes. Therefore, Krishna, please give me troubles on and off, or more and more. Can you believe Kunti asking? Because from childhood she did not know anything about troubles. At this time when she is asking, she must be minimum 100 years, because the battle, Arjuna himself was about 80, 85, 89 during the war. This is after the war immediately. As a mother of Arjuna, she should be 100 years. 100 years solid problems. And now she is asking, give me more problems. Give me more problems. You and I don't have to ask for more problems. But when problems come, understand that it is love that he has sent you the problems. You don't have to pray. In fact, many people, even I first start memorizing this. Then I stopped memorizing because I have enough problems. I don't want to ask God more problems. Many people don't even chant this verse because they are afraid. So we don't have to be that chivalrous as Kunti Mata. But when problems come, understand that it is His love that is coming in the form of problems. Accept it. That's called surrender. accepting all as his form is called surrender. What is surrendering? Your opinion. Surrendering your opinion, seeing the truth as truth is called surrender. You have an opinion about pain. You have an opinion about comfort. You have an opinion about death. You have an opinion about birth. You have an opinion about name. You have an opinion about fame or ignominy. Drop these opinions and see all of them as Ram. Drop these opinions. That's all you have to do. That's why yesterday, Samadhi, that will come today also. Anyarupan hitva, swaswarupena samstiti. What is Samadhi? Dropping all other thoughts, ideas, forms, and stay in your own being. That is called Samadhi. We'll come to that. I will explain little more this thing. What I will explain, Gurudev will explain. Okay, let us see. Ata Vishvesa Vishwatman Vishwamurte Shokechu Sasneha Pasam Imam Chindi Drudam Pandusu Vishnishu Krishna. Imam Pasam, this attachment, this rope, Chindi, cut off Krishna. Drudam, this attachment to whom? Pandus and Vrishnis. Her mother's place is Vrishnikula, Krishna's auntie only. And her husband's place is Pandus. She is asking Krishna, cut off this attachment to both these people. That is Kunti Amma. Then Bhishma. He is also beautiful. Bhishma's this thing is beautiful. When the, Shikandi was kept in the chariot, Bhishma dropped all his fight and Arjuna could make him fall, and he was lying on the Sharashaya, bed of arrows. But he cannot die till he decides. Ichha Mrityu. So he was there. At that time, Krishna suggests to all, go, let us go to that man. He has got so much to give us. Let us all get it. All Dharma Shastra, Vishnu Sahasranama, all we got from Bhishma on the Sharashaya, including Vishnu Sahasranama. All Dharma Shastra, everything. Krishna says, and he stays in Bhagavata, when Uddhava asks a question, the question you asked was asked by Dharmaraja to Bhishma. The answer he gave, I will give you. What humility. Krishna Bhagavan says, the answer Bhishma gave, that I will give you. So at that time, all these people go to see him. And then, before I quote some verses, he tells Krishna, you took a vow, I will not take arms. I will not fight. I took a vow, I will make you fight. And I irritated you by attacking Arjuna. You didn't come to fight me for that. People think because I am devastating the army, Arjuna's life is in danger, I got down with this thing to kill Bhishma. That's what people think. You didn't come for that, I know. To make my word true, you failed in your word. That I told, I will make him take the arms. You took a vow, I won't take arms. Now both are opposites. If somebody has to win, what to be done? Krishna wanted Bhishma to win. So he took arms, chakra, to fight against Bhishma. That's what Bhishma says. This is what is called Bhakta Paradhina. God is a slave to devotees. God is a slave to devotees. And then he says, Sarvam kalakrutam manye bhavatam cha yad apriyam sapalo yadvashe loko vayoho iva ghanavali yatra dharmasuto raja gadapadhi vrukodaraha krishno astri gandivam chapam suhrut krishnaha tato vipat. Adversity there. Where all the Lokapalas, these are all avatars of Arjuna, Bhima, Nakala Sahadeva, they are all avatars of the Lokapala Devatas, Ashtadikpalas. They are all there, and one champions Dharma, Dharmaraja was there, and Krishna was with you, Arjuna was with Gandiva. There, could these sleeping 5 children be killed? I think it's all the play of time. Sarvam kalakrutam manye. I think it is all play of time. Nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop it. That's called prarabdha. That's called Brahmastra. That's why when Brahmastra is left, you are not supposed to fight it. Do namaskar. When prarabdha comes, do not try to fight it, do namaskar. Right? Bhaktya aveshya yasmin vacha yad nama kirtanam tyajan kalevaram yogi muccheta kamakarma bihi sadeva devo bhagavan pratikshatam kalevaram yavadidam hinosmyaham prasannaha saruna lochana ullasan mukhambojo dhyana pata chaturbhuja. I will again read it. Do not worry if you don't understand. But do not also close your mind, I can't understand. Just let some Sanskrit words fall in your ears. They are beautiful. Whatever falls in your ear is beautiful. Don't worry, even if you don't understand. I will again read. Bhaktya aveshya yasmin vacha yan nama kirtanam tyajan kalevaram yogi muchyate kama karma bihi sadeva devo bhagavan pratikshatam kalevaram yavadidam hinosmyaham prasanna hasaruna lochana ullasan mukhambojo dhyanapata chaturbhuja. Krishna, people get liberation on thinking of you in their last moment. By merely chanting your name, by thinking about you when they are about to leave the body, they get liberated. What is my luck? Sakshat, you come before me and standing. By merely chanting your name or thinking about you, they get liberation. And for me, you have come here and standing. What is my luck? Okay, now you have to do 2 things. He orders Krishna. Pratikchatam, wait there. Pratikchatam, wait there. Till when? When I leave this body. Till I leave this body, stand before me. First order. Second order, not just stand before me as I want it. How does he want it? Prasanna hasaruna lochana ullasan mukhambojo dhyanapata chaturbhuja. With a pleasant face like lotus. With a pleasant face like lotus. Stay in my meditation. Stay in my meditation till I leave this body. What command of a devotee over God? What command of a devotee over God? Panduranga goes to see Purandara, that potter. Arsa is, anyway, he's a artisan. I think he's a potter. And Vittala Bhagavan goes there. He was doing something busy. He keeps a brick and says, stand on that. Even today he's standing on that, on a brick. Devotee says, till I finish my job, stand there. That's called love. That's called devotion. You can command Bhagavan. Why? You have no fear of Bhagavan. Why? You have known his love. You have no fear of him. Prahlada says this to Narasimha Swami. After he has killed his father, I am not afraid of your frightful form. I am not afraid of the garland you are wearing of the muscles or whatever it is, right? And the blood, all that I am not afraid. Your terrible form, I am afraid of again being born. I am afraid of that. Prahlada says to Bhagavan. Every devotee, if he comes to that height, he will tell Bhagavan this because he is not afraid. What? Because he has experienced the love of Bhagavan. We are all afraid of Bhagavan. If you don't do this, he will do that. Do not try to bring him down to our level. He can never harm anybody. Bhagavan can never harm anybody. Whatever you do mistakes, he will try to correct you for your own good. That's all. For your good, he will try to correct. That's what he did for Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Shishupala, Dantivaktra. Why? They had a little block in their head. He wanted that to be purified. That purification can only happen in Bhuloka. It cannot happen anywhere else. So Bhagavan said, go and be born there. But normal devotees will take many lives because their mind is not completely focused on me. So start hating me. Then your mind will be focused on me. So 3 lives you can come back. They took 3 lives to save them, to take them back to Vaikunta. Bhagavan took 4 avatars. For Hiranyaksha, he took Varaha Avatara. For Hiranyakashipu, he took Narsimha Avatara. For Ravana Kumbhakarna, of course, Rama, Sisupala Dantivaktra, Krishna, 4 avatars he took. For what? You and I think to punish these. No, they are his devotees. He sent them here to be corrected. And after correction, to take back, he came here. So what is the story you get here? See Bhagavan in all your troubles. Bhagavan has sent them to save you. Do not resist them. So that's almost the first skanda. Second skanda starts with dharana. Dhyana. Dharana is a larger area where the mind can wander before dhyana. The stories of Bhagavan, etc., etc. Dhyana pinpoints to one aspect. Dharana, dhyana, prayers. Here there is a very interesting this thing. What all you want. If you want this, you pray to this God. If you want this, you pray to this God. Right? And all that what they can give you. That's very interesting. Anyway, I'm not able to locate it. Tomorrow I'll tell you. Very interesting. He says, you want this, you pray to this form of God. You want this, all of them, still what they give is finite. You want me, then leave all your desires. You want Godhood, you want immortality, then you leave all those gods and prayers. They only bind you. That's a beautiful prayer there, which I'm not able to locate now. Tomorrow I'll see that. And then after that, the various aspects of creation which is going to come in the third skanda. The basis starts here in this second skanda. Brahmaji forgot his lessons on creation because, every creation, a new Brahma comes. And he did not know how to create. So he meditated and he saw that he is sitting on a lotus stem. He goes through the lotus stem to see where it goes and reaches. He comes to the point of time that comes in the third skanda actually, point of time, kala, and is not able to go beyond it. Why? Intellect can only go to cause, effect, time. Beyond that, intellect cannot go. Intellect cannot go. Therefore, our Brahmaji goes there, he could not go. Again he does tapas. Then Bhagavan in his heart says two letters, ta, pa. And then again he meditates. Then he gets all the knowledge. Bhagavan himself reveals in his heart. And then after some time he has darshan of also Bhagavan. And after that, when he is going to give this complete Bhagavata nutshell to Brahmaji to do his job, creation, and to tell him, because Brahmaji is worried, this creation work, I will get caught in this karma. This is a big karma. I will get caught in this. I will lose my liberation. He was worried. Then Bhagavan Vishnu says, don't worry. You have my blessings. You will not get caught. And he gives the entire secret of creation and Bhagavata in 4 slokas. This is the basis of all the 18,000 slokas. Bhagavan gave to Brahmaji only 4 slokas. It's called Chatusloki. Brahmaji gave to Sanat Kumaras. It has expanded. Sanat Kumaras gave to Narada, furthermore expanded. Narada gave it to Vyasa, furthermore expanded. Vyasa gave it to Parikshit, and Sutta was hearing. Sutta gave it to Saunaka. It has become 18,000. This is how one truth becomes when it goes through several people. Right? When it goes through several people, that truth multiplies. Bhagavata, original Bhagavata is 4 slokas. It's called Chatusloki. Our Guruji has written a commentary on that Chatusloki. He has written on the entire Bhagavata also, but on Chatusloki also. What is that Chatusloki? Ahameva asam agre na anyat. Aham eva asam agre na anyat. Yat sad asat param pachat aham yadetacha yo avasishyate saha asmi aham. Rute artham yat that second verse I'll come later. In the beginning, I alone was there. And after that, whatever was there, whatever shall be there, is only me. I am beyond cause and effect. Sat, Asat. Sad, Asat has two meanings, cause and effect, gross and subtle. I am beyond Sat and Asat. Sat, Asat, Param. And whatever is left over, I alone am there. What does it mean? Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti. The ghost was on the post. You brought the light, the ghost disappeared, post was there. What was the size of the ghost? Size of the post. When the ghost disappeared, what remained? The same full post. Post was full, ghost was full. When ghost disappeared, what remained was the full post. That's what this world is. This world is, since it is only Bhagavan, is also full. Bhagavan is also full. When you, through knowledge, dismiss the world, what remains is that full Bhagavan. Okay. Then how does the creation take place? Because if he is full and if he is one, now creation is multiplicity. Creation is multiplicity. So Bhagavan is mutilated. Creation has to take place, Bhagavan is mutilated. To mutilate, even though there should be space. Where is that space? Who created that space? If Bhagavan alone was there, where was that space? Who created that space? What are the raw materials? If you logically think, there cannot be a creation. Creation is only an apprehension. How we are transacting so much. In your dream, yesterday you fought with your brother-in-law in the dream. Right? Was it not real for you at that time? Did you not experience? When you are dreaming, it is real. When you are dreaming, fight with your brother-in-law, intervention of the father-in-law and mother-in-law, all were real in dream. Only on waking up, you found it's not real. Now also, wake up to Godhood, you will find this is not real. Therefore, the creation that you and I go through is only a misapprehension. A misapprehension. Because of the non-apprehension, Gurudev's words, because of the non-apprehension of the reality, there is a misapprehension, that is creation. Because of the non-apprehension of the waker, there is a misapprehension as a dreamer, and that is the multiple world. Right? Avarana Vikshepa, Sanskrit words. Covering is called non-apprehension. Vikshepa is called misapprehension, creation. So there is no real creation. That he is now telling. How is that possible? I gave you dream example because our Guru Parampara gave. That here he is telling now. Vrite artham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta cha atmani tad vidyad atmano mayam yatha bhaso yatha tamaha. Vrite artham, without real substance, which is experienced, but not there in yourself or anywhere, in reality. Like Rahu, eclipsing sun, which is only an apprehension, an illusion. Rahu can never do it, right? So, because it covers your eye, it doesn't cover sun. It covers your eye, you cannot see. And you experience eclipse. It only covers your eye. Similarly, when you sleep, Ajnana overpowered you, non-apprehension, and then misapprehension of the world started. And really speaking, was there any material of creation? No. Therefore, he says, Rute Artha, without any substance, Tat Pratiyeta, which is experienced, Na Pratiyeta Chatmani, which is not there in itself, Tada Vidyad Atmano Maya, understand that as my Maya, Yatha Baso, Yatha Tamaha. What is Maya? Simple definition this. Which is not there but experienced. Sanskrit words, remember so that you can reflect. Asat, bhana matram. Asat, not real. Bhana matram, experienced. Asat, bhana matram. Dream world was not there, but experienced. So now dream world is real or unreal? If it is unreal, how did you experience? If it is real, why don't you give me that money? I'm always a beggar. Right? You can't give me that money if it is real. You could have given the money. It's not real, so you are not able to give the money. But you experienced. You cannot call it unreal. That's called Maya. That which is experienced but not real. The world is experienced but not real. Yata mahanti bhutani bhuteshu uchchavateshu pravistan apravistani tatateshu nateshu aham. Just as various elements appear to enter into beings, but really not entered, not really entered. How did pot become, mud became the pot? How did mud become the pot? Mud entered the pot, is it? Mud entered the pot, is it? It didn't enter, but it appears as though entered. It appears as though entered. That's how this world is also. As though it has no basis, but it appears as though, you know, I have entered into them. I have not entered into them. Yetavadeva jignasyam, this alone you have to know. That vijignasuna atmanaha anvaya vyatirekabhyam yatsya sarvatra sarvada. How do you know this essence in the apparent? I could have skipped all these logics to you, made it pleasant, but ultimately you will only get what they got Sravana Sukha. It won't benefit you. So you have to know, you can't all the time eat dessert. You need cereals too. Right? So, how do you recognize? Because this world is a mixture of truth and untruth. The dream cannot happen without your consciousness and existence. The dream part, existence and consciousness is real. Name and form are unreal. You cannot see a ghost without a post. So in every false experience, there is a reality. If you see the reality, you will not suffer limitations, death. If you miss it, you will experience death. How do you see that reality? Anvaya Vyatireka Nyaya, it is called. Anvaya what? Waking, you remember your waking world? After yesterday's sleep, you got up. Did you remember what happened in your waking time? You do remember. Do you remember your dream? You do remember. Do you remember that when you slept, there is neither the waking world nor the dream world? You do remember. The waker is not the dreamer. Waker was a rich man, dreamer was a beggar. Waker is not a dreamer. Both are different. That ego is different. This ego is different. In sleep, both the egos are not there. One second, some urgent call. Hello?
I should pause the recording.
I am taking a class. Cheppu. The waker, the waker is a rich man. Dreamer is a beggar. Both are different. The waking ego is different, dream ego is different. And now, in sleep, both are not there. The rich man is not there, poor man is not there. How do you remember the waker's ego, the dreamer's ego, and the deep sleeper's ego? Because you were there in all the three. Anu, Aya. Anu followed. Aya, you marched with them. Anvaya. Right? You were there with them. And waker is not there in dream. Dreamer is not there in the waker. Both are not in the sleeper. When they are not there, you are there. They mutually cancel. They mutually cancel, but you are there. That's called Anvaya. Vitireka, when they are not there also, you are there. When they are there, you are there. When they are not there also, you are there. This is how you arrive at consciousness. This is the traditional way of explaining. Gurudev says it so simple and beautiful. The experiencer and the rememberer must be same. I cannot remember your experiences. You cannot remember my experiences. If you remember the waking experience, dream experience, deep sleep experience, you must be there in the waking, dream, and deep sleep. That you which experienced and therefore remembered the waking, dream, and deep sleep is the constant factor, the real you. You understand? That's called Anvaya Vyatireka Nyayena. You try to understand this consciousness. That is Chatusloki, right? In the second skandha. I would love to go faster and not give you so many technical details, but Gurudev says they are all very great quality of devotees, don't skip. Narayan. Okay. One bhajan.
Govind Gopala He Nandalala, Govind Gopala He